you guys? It's Alanya Tashon and I'm back with another video. Before we get started, I just want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and share this video with anybody you know who is starting nursing school, who's already in nursing school, or who's trying to get accepted into nursing school. Just share this video. I got my iPad because I took a little bit of notes on my iPad, so if you see me looking here, that's all I'm doing. I'm just referring to my notes, okay? So as you can tell by the title of this video, this is gonna be 10 things that I wish I knew before I started nursing school. These are things that are very different and took some time and took some adjusting and getting used to when I first got into nursing school, okay? So the first one is, I wish I would have known the seriousness or the intensity of pretty much everything. Like, everything is taken very seriously. Everything is held to a higher standard when you are in nursing school, okay?
This is serious. This is serious. This is serious. This is serious.
So punctuality, assignments, everything. It's not like you can just play around and just procrastinate. I mean, you can procrastinate, but it's best not to, okay? It's very serious in nursing school, okay? So in my program, we have clinicals 2 days out of the week. The clinicals, the times that they start vary, but regardless of the time that your clinical starts, say my clinical starts at 6:30. You need to be there at 6 o'clock, okay? If you arrive at 6:30, you are considered late. You are considered late. If you arrive at 6:40, you may be asked to go home. You may be asked to just go home because the staff may have already been given a report. You're too late. You don't know what patients are on the unit. So depending on the instructor, you might be asked to just go ahead and go home. So punctuality is really important, and assignments are really important. If you are late to class and you miss a quiz or something, they took a quiz early in the class and you just showed up, you just can't take that quiz. Like, sorry, you got 0. Unless you have a really, really nice professor. I haven't had a professor who, you know, really cares about any excuse really that you give, okay? The second thing that I wish I would have known before starting nursing school is about the grading scale. Let's just take a moment of silence. The grading scale in nursing programs most of the time is different from the rest of the university. In my nursing program, the grading scale is a 8-point grading scale. A 92 to 100 is an A, and so on and so forth in 8-point increments. In our classes, in our nursing classes, we are required to have a 75 average to be considered passing, and if we do not achieve a 75, then we must repeat the class in its entirety along with its clinical and its lab. If it has a lab along with the class, you must repeat all of it. Most of the time our tests are like 85% of our grade, so it's very heavily weighted in tests. If your class grade is a 75 but your test average is a 74, you did not pass. So the grading scale in nursing programs is very different, and you're just held to a higher standard. The third thing that I wish I would have known is how beneficial it is to remember your anatomy and physiology. I think all nursing programs require you to have a prerequisite of anatomy and physiology. We had to take two courses of anatomy and physiology, and most of the time once you get into like those disorders and those diseases, the professors are not going back and teaching you how the heart works when they're teaching you about a myocardial infarction. They expect you to already know, all of how that functions, and it helps a lot when you get into all those processes and stuff like the valvular diseases and all of that. So please remember as much anatomy and physiology as you can. It will benefit you so much. Number 4 is, I wish I would have known how difficult those NCLEX style questions are. If you don't know what the NCLEX is, it is the test that you have to take after you graduate from nursing school. You graduate from nursing school and you do receive your bachelor's degree in the science of nursing, but you cannot begin nursing or working in a clinical setting until you have passed the NCLEX. The nursing programs most of the time try to prepare you and give you NCLEX style questions, which includes the dreaded select all that apply. So the thing that's different about NCLEX style questions is that you can have a scenario. So you have a patient and it'll say, this is what's going on with patient A, and there's 4 options, and it'll say, what should you implement first, or what is the priority implementation? And all of them may be a correct thing that you would do for this type of patient, but one of them is the most correct.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know it sounds confusing, but all of them may be correct. Like, you may do all of these, but which one do you do first? Is really, you once you get into it, if you haven't already taken a test, once you get into it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Number 5 is, I wish I would have known that it's okay to be wrong. You're actually supposed to be wrong sometimes. For example, in clinical situations or in simulation labs, they will put you into a scenario and just tell you to go. But of course, the instructor will be there to back you up, but they will just try to get you to thinking on your own and using that critical thinking and that judgment. And it's okay to ask questions, and it's okay to get it wrong sometimes, because if you already knew everything, then why would you be in nursing school? If you already knew what to do, that's the point. So clinical situations and lab situations and things like that are learning opportunities. So it is okay to be wrong. It is okay to mess up. That is where the learning happens. When you mess up, then you learn where you messed up and how to do it correct the next time. Number 6 is that you need to know your learning and your study style very soon, like quickly. The semester goes by super fast. Like day 1, normally I've heard people call it syllabus week, where the first week of classes is like syllabus week. You just go into class and they read the syllabus and you get to go. That's really not the case in nursing school. You go in the first day and the teachers may introduce themselves and quickly go over the schedule, the objectives and things like that. And most of the time you just jump right into the material, and maybe 2 weeks later you have your first exam. Learn your studying habits very soon. And if you need help with that, I actually have a video that I recorded, and I will put it in the description below. It is 10 study habits that I have found to be beneficial for me, and they have been lifesavers. All right, number 7 is, I wish I would have known that I will never have enough time in the day. I wish that there were 30 hours in the day, so that I can have designated time to do studying, designated time to go to my clinical, designated time to have my class time, designated time to sleep, eat. in nursing school, you really have to prioritize your day. Like, I literally schedule out my days, like time blocks, so I know exactly what I'm doing at what time, because it's really difficult. I'm not gonna lie, like it's really difficult. Nursing school is not a cakewalk. Nursing school is very serious, and so just prioritize, learn to schedule, learn to have self-discipline. That's the word I'm looking for. Learn to have self-discipline. And I'm not saying that you won't ever have time to socialize or hang out with friends, but it won't be that often. Not gonna lie. All right, I think this is number 8, and it is my last one. So I said 10 things, but it's really 8. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so number 8 is that you should always remember why you started, okay? Remember why you want to be a nurse. I started off in my nursing cohort with, I believe, 60, and well, before we were even accepted into nursing school, it was way more of us. But a lot of people changed their majors. A lot of people dropped out and said, you know what, this really isn't for me. A lot of people just couldn't stick through it. So remember, it will get hard. It will get very difficult. You will get very tired.
Truth is, I'm tired.
You will want to quit. I have been there. Trust me. But remember why. Remember, why am I doing this? Why do I want to be a nurse? Why do I want to take care of people? Why do I want to be there for people in their most vulnerable states? Why do I want to heal people physically? Why do I want to heal people emotionally, mentally, spiritually? Why do I want to be there for people? Why do I care? Remember, why do I care? Because if you're in nursing school for the wrong reasons and you really don't care, it's easier to back out of it. So remember that it's all going to be worthwhile. Remember that you can do this. Remember that hundreds and thousands of other people have done it, and you can do it too, okay? So just stay motivated. And that is my 8 things that I wish I would have known before I started nursing school. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to comment, and stay encouraged. I love you guys. Bye.